I'm Heinbach, and it's good to have you back. What you're hearing here are sounds that I made here in my studio, and then had dub plates made from. Dub plates are a special form of vinyl where you're basically recording directly onto the disc. Now I'm playing these sounds on a turntable using a keyboard. I didn't even have to mod anything. How is something like this possible? It's all down to the mad inventors at Vestax. At the height of the company, they created pretty wild products, such as the Vestax fader board that I already covered in a previous video. In the comments to the video I made on this fader controlled sampler, two stuck out to me. Perfect partner to control a Controller 1 or PDX 3000 turntable. You should check out the Vestax Controller 1. It is a turntable that can play scales. I started my research, and the Controller 1 is an absolutely beautiful looking masterpiece flagship of a turntable. It has MIDI controls built in right at the top of it, but they're pretty much unobtainium. And if you find one, it's gonna be pretty expensive. The much more humble PDX 3000 model that I have here ditches all the built-in MIDI controls, but it retains external MIDI function. So any keyboard or even this fader board will be able to control the pitch of the sounds that are on here. I expect to see something like this at an art school, but for whom did Vestax make this? The idea was that a DJ could play along to another record. Probably much funkier than the ambient stuff I'm doing here, but I'm not a turntablist and I can't scratch or cut for the life of me. The intended records to be used with this were locked groove records, where one cycle repeats over and over and you can select different sounds. When I made the sounds for the 5 dub plates, I already was arranging a track. Let's see how that turns out once I get all of them together. I didn't expect it to sound this deep. For me, the texture and feel of a sound often guides the composition, so I went into something that personally reminds me of Massive Attack and Burial, and they have a similar vinyl edge to them because of course they sampled, and I never did that before, really. I always prefer to make up my own material from sounds and machines that I have around me. But this is kind of a best of both worlds situations for me, because I can make my own sounds and then play them to whatever I want to compose. Now, this is not a very practical process, because I have to make the sounds, send them over to Duvilis at Darkroom, and then he has to ship them back to me, and yeah, it takes a while, it costs money, but the cool thing about that is that now with the fader board, which is my favorite live instrument right now, I can now play it in conjunction with the turntable, and that to me sounds wonderful. So that makes this rather complicated process absolutely worth it for me. If you want to do this for yourself, I can recommend darkroom.lt for making dub plates. And if you can't find the PDX 3000 or Controller 1, there's a video linked here that shows you how you can mod the PDX 2000, which is even more common and readily available, to also have MIDI control. If you follow me on Patreon, there's the track I composed waiting there for you, as well as a full scale of the bass notes. So you can use these in your own music as you like. I hope you had fun watching this. I certainly had fun making this, and thank you all for being here. Any more questions in the comments, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Bye.